Shana Tova, everybody. Welcome, Nashuva, to Kol Nidre. I'd like to invite Patty Fiden up to do the blessing over the candles for Yom Kippur. Everybody draw the light towards you 3 times. Cover your eyes. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Yom HaKippurim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehekianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Welcome, everybody. Shana Tova. And I want to welcome everyone who's participating with us online. And I want to take a moment to thank David Suissa and JewishJournal.com, who are partnering with us on this project to bring Yom Kippur to people all over the world, tens of thousands of people. And I thought that through the night I would share with you just a few of the letters that I get from people who participate with us on our webcast. Dear Rabbi, my father was recently diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and is undergoing chemotherapy. His diagnosis is terminal, and it is most likely that this will be our last High Holy Days together. He was not feeling well enough to attend services at our synagogue. This broadcast allowed my father, my son, and I to share the holy days together. I wish I could have shown you my father sitting and watching your broadcast while holding the hand of his grandson. You have given us such a gift. May God bless the Nashuva community. Please accept our gratitude into your hearts. We're very, very honored. And I just wanted to say, if you're participating with us live online and you are not well, I just want to say on behalf of our whole community that we wish you a year of strength and health and speedy healing and a year full of beautiful blessings. Amen.
Amen.
I'd like to call up everybody who is holding the Torahs. And please rise for Elohai. Elohai Neshama.
נשמה שנתת בי שנתת בי אלוהי נשמה שנתת בי טהורה היא טהורה היא טהורה You created me, you shaped me, you breathed me into life. You created me, you shaped me, you breathed me into life. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama. שנתת בי אלוהי נשמה שנתת בי טהורה היא טהורה היא טהורה shaped me, you breathed me into life. You created me, you shaped me, you breathed me into life. Come on, Nashiva, you created me. You created me, you shaped me, you breathed me into life. שנתת בי אלוהי נשמה שנתת בי טהורה היא
at the top of page 1 in your prayer books. of righteousness. Open the gates of peace. Open the gates of my own heart. Open the gates of heaven. Open the gates, God, and I will enter and praise you. At the bottom of page 1. Let's read together in English first. By the authority of the court in heaven above, and by the authority of this court on earth below, with God's consent and with the consent of this community, we welcome all who long to return to join us in prayer. At the bottom of page 1. B'yeshiva shel mala, u'b'yeshiva shel mata, al dat hamakom, ve'al dat hakahal, anu matirin v'hitpalel, im ha'avar yani. We recite the Kol Nidre, the awesome, beautiful prayer that releases us from ties and bonds that we're ready to be released from. And the Kol Nidre is recited 3 times. 3 times. First of all, it's recited 3 times so that latecomers do not miss the Kol Nidre. And second of all, the prayer is recited 3 times to take us higher and higher and higher. And Yom Kippur is a day, it's a 25-hour fast designed to take us higher and higher and higher. We begin tonight over here. We pick it up tomorrow and we're over here. And where do we get the highest? Ne'ilah is the service that takes us to the very gates of heaven. And you'll see that we'll be repeating a number of the prayers tonight 3 times to take us higher. Kol Nidre.
Ve'asare v'karame v'choname v'chinuye v'kinuse tishvu Tabana ureacharimena v'di asarna al nafshelana miyom kippurim ze ad yom kippurim haba aleinu letova. Kulehon iharat nabahon Kulehon Yahon sharan shavikin shavitin Betelin umutalin Lasharirin Vala kayamin Nidrana la nidre Vaserana la esare Ushvuatana la Shavuot.
We're here to take it higher. Let's read together in the English at the bottom of page 2. The world of the Spirit mirrors the world of matter, just as heaven mirrors earth. The words we speak are a bridge between these two dimensions. They arise from the flesh and are carried by the life breath into the realm of the Spirit. Vows we make to God do not evaporate like mist, even though we have the power to ignore them. Our oaths leave a permanent imprint on an eternal consciousness. They linger as a testament to all our unfulfilled promise. At this moment, on this night, we pray for the strength, God, to refrain from making vows to you. Instead, let us be judged on heaven and on earth by our actions. May our prayers lead us beyond the realm of intentions to the world of deeds. Let all vows, promises, and oaths we make to you, God, from this Yom Kippur until the next, be erased, released, and forgiven. We regret having spoken them. Let our vows to you not be vows, our promises to you not be promises, our oaths to you not be oaths. The Kol Nidre, higher.
Kol Nidre Vesare Vecharame Vekoname Vechinuye Vekinuse Ushavuot Dindarna Udishtabana Vedia sarna al nafshatana. Yom Kippurim zeh ad Yom Kippurim Abba Aleinu ay 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 V'telenu mevutalim la'shiririn v'la'kayamin Nidrana Nala esarim Ushivuatana ya 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 La
And higher still. The words are there. The words are at page 2. Please join in. I just want to take a moment because I've heard that men and women all over this nation, in senior living, in hospice, I just got notice that people in independent living all over the country are gathered together in their social halls, in rec rooms, and we welcome all of you into this service. And one more notice that I received recently. Thank you, Rabbi Levy, from beautiful high mountains of Colombia, South America. God bless you all, Nashuva. You have made possible a Yom Kippur for thousands of children of Israel. It's a great mitzvah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Kol Nidre ve'esarei v'charamei v'konamei v'chinu כיפורים זה עד יום הכיפורים הבא עלינו. בטלים מבוטלים לשרירים ולקיימים נדרנה Sarana la esarei
ושבועתנה
We pray now the prayer asking God for forgiveness. The Torahs can be returned to the ark, the Nashuva ark, and we ask you to remain standing for the next prayer. And again, the next prayer is recited 3 times. Higher, higher, over the moon. Please join in. ונשלח לכל עדת לישראל Be forgiven, and let God's forgiveness be on all people. Moses asked God, "Forgive this people, merciful one." just as you have forgiven them from the time they left Egypt until now. And God spoke, I have forgiven them, just as you have asked.
Vayomer Adonai, Salachti Kitvarecha. Vayomer Adonai, Salachti Kitvarecha. Vayomer Salachti kitvarecha, salachti kitvarecha.
We join together in the Shehechianu at the bottom of page 3. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehechianu v'kiyemanu v'higiyanu lazeman Before we continue with our service, a couple of things. Number one, can you please make sure to turn off your cell phones? And number two, this is the time in our service to turn to the right, to the left, in front of you, behind you. Introduce yourselves to the people around you and say Shana Tova. Wait, 1 minute. Shh. And if you are with us online, I'd like to ask you to please write something. You can write something directly online, or you can email me at rabbi@nashuva.com. Just tell us what brings you here tonight, where you're from, where you're at. Wish us a Shana Tova. Rabbi@nashuva.com.
Get it, Fina. Right here. This is. Yeah, bro. Love you guys. You and Jared, everybody. Keep that structure up, guys. Keep it together. You get to do this. We do. Welcome to this.
Sometimes you feel the whole thing is a seed.
Can I say hi to Jack and Jade in the mic?
Are you ready to take it higher, Nashuva? Did you write something to us online, either on the chat or write to me, rabbi@nashuva.com, and tell us where you're at. Tell us where you're from and what brought you to us tonight. I don't know if you guys heard that online, but I'm going to ask you again. Tell us where you're from. Tell us your name. Tell us what country you're in. Tell us what brought you to Kol Nidre Live, and welcome. Either online, you could do it straight on there, or you could write rabbi@nashuva.com. The Baruch Hu is found at page 6. Please rise. Did you think that I was going to let you sit? The Baruch Hu is the call to prayer. At the bottom of page 6, with feeling. With the darkness comes your light. Earth and sky blend into one. The heavens seem closer now. The day's burdens farther somehow. Your presence is almost palpable. You own the darkness. You unlock doors I never thought would open. You decorate the earth with seasons. You paint the stars in the sky. You design day and night, showing us the light in the darkness and the darkness in the light. Bless you, God, for bringing on the night. Umavir yom, umevi laila, umavdir ben yom uven laila. Adonai tzvaot shemo, elechai v'kayam. תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני המעריך הרבים. Ahavat Olam is the love prayer. It's the prayer where we receive God's love. And right after it, we'll be chanting the Shema. But first, after Avad Olam, we'll be having a meditation. We invite everyone to meditate. But if you have a child with us this evening who might not be able to sit through the meditation, this would be an excellent time to go visit our beautiful lobby and to come back for the Shema. Ahavat Olam, page 7. With feeling. We can all be seated. Take a moment to uncross your legs. And if you're tall enough to plant your feet flat on the ground. And to uncross your arms and place your palms up on your lap. And I invite you to close your eyes. You don't have to close your eyes. You can just pick a spot on the ground to look at. Or close your eyes. And take a deep breath in with me. Hold it. And let it go. Yom Kippur is the service, it's the day, it's 25 hours of getting lighter. So take a moment to think of something you need to release right now. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And think about what that is. And let it go. And one more time. Higher, higher, higher. Take a deep breath in. Focus on one thing you'd like to release this year, this Yom Kippur. and let it go. And now breathe evenly and deeply with each inhalation. Breathe in lightness, like you're taking in helium, higher and higher and higher. And with each exhale, release whatever weight is holding you back, weighing you down. It's Yom Kippur tonight. And we're here dressed in white, ready to be cleansed, ready to be released, ready to be purified. Take a moment right now to say to God, to share with God your prayer for this new year, your prayer for this Yom Kippur, your hope, your dream, your longing, even your protest, your gratitude. Say whatever it is you need to say, and listen carefully for a reply. Take a deep breath in, hold it, and let it go. Take a deeper breath in, hold it. Think about everything you need to release, anger, frustration, illness, whatever it is, and let it go. And now take your deepest breath in. And breathe in the peace and the light and the holiness and the beauty of this Yom Kippur night. Keep your eyes closed.
Our God
Teshuvah. Keep your eyes closed. Take a deep breath in.
בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננת לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך לכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך וקשרת להיות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בעיניך וכתבת על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך
center of the Shema is read silently at page 9.
Adonai Elohechem Emet.
The Chamocha is found in the center of page 10. It's the prayer that our people sang after passing through the Red Sea. It teaches us that openings happen, doors open, seas part. And our challenge in life is to see the opening and to seize the opening. Sometimes you see the opening, but you're too scared to step through. The Chamocha is all about seeing it and seizing it. So we rise in the center of page 10 for good energy.
I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the Chamocha, Chamocha, Ba'elim Adonai, Chamocha, Nedar Bakodesh, Lo Ratzehilo, Osefele, Lo Ratzehilo, Osefele. I've been waiting in the velvet sea, whoa. I've been waiting in the velvet sea, whoa. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the, time to open up now. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. My neck into my chin, into my eyes in the velvet sea. Mi Chamocha, Ba'elim Adonai, Mi Chamocha, Nedar Bakodesh, Lo Ratzehilo, Osefele, Lo Ratzehilo, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. Come on. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting, I've been waiting, I've been waiting, I've been waiting. I'm ready to step right in that ocean now. Oh, let me in right now to know. Oh, step with me, come to the east. The Israelites, let's go. I've been waiting enough. Chamocha, Chamocha, Ba'elim Adonai, Chamocha, Ne'am HaKodesh, Torah Tehilo, Osef Eleh, Torah Tehilo, Osef Eleh.
Yes. Hashkivenu is the prayer for peace. We're all praying for it. We're all hoping for it. And we know we have to work for it. Hashkivenu, page 11.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Behamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Behamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Behamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmor tzeitenu uvoyenu lechaim ushalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Come on. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Behamidenu malkeinu. Bring the blessing on us, bring the shelter on us. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu. Oh, keep us safe through the night. Oh, keep us safe through the night. Oh, Adonai, Adonai. Oh, give us shelter, give us peace in the tree of the branches of your light. Whoa, Eloheinu leshalom, Be'amidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, Be'amidenu malkeinu
We can all be seated, and I'd like to call up Brett Barinholtz.
Shana Tova, and welcome. Welcome to the hundreds of you gathered in this beautiful Founders Church of Religious Science in Koreatown in Los Angeles, and to the tens of thousands of you around the world, around the United States, joining us on the internet. This High Holy Days, Neshuvah, will welcome over 1,000 people between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Many of you have reserved online, and I want to thank you. And those of you who have just joined us and walked in, it's not too late to let us know you're here, that you came, that you're part of our community. And so I encourage you to let us know that you are here and joined us for the High Holy Days. In the last few weeks, a few months in Hollywood, there have been news reports. They came up with a new category in the Oscars, and they took it away. Watching the Emmys last night, I'm looking for a new category, the Emmy for Best Book Featured in a Television Show. If there was a category, I have no doubt that who the winner would be. The show Orange is the New Black on Netflix had a scene from Litchfield Maximum Security Prison, and one of the inmates, Alex Voss, was reading a book. For those of you who didn't see it, the title of the book was Einstein and the Rabbi. That book was based on a sermon that was delivered here a few years ago on Yom Kippur by Rabbi Levy. That sermon was based on a letter written by Albert Einstein in which he expressed the concept, the idea, that all of us are part of a whole called universe. It's a simple idea, yet it is profound. Maybe our world would be a better place if more people would read the book Einstein and a Rabbi. And maybe it's good to do it before you get to prison.
Come on.
Those of you watching online, and those of you here can buy copies of the book Einstein and the Rabbi online at neshuvah.com, and Rabbi Levy will even inscribe it, so it's not too late to get your copy. Neshuvah is where that book started in many ways. Neshuvah means so much to so many people. The people in this room, the people watching on the internet, the people for the last 14 years, you are the ones who make Neshuvah possible. I would like to thank each and every one of you, but I can't possibly do that. So I would like each of you in this room and all of you watching on the internet to take one moment, please, and express to the person next to you, thank you for helping to make Neshuvah possible.
Thank you. You really make this possible, Britt.
All right? And I want you to know, sincerely, that the person who you just said that to, I am 100% certain, 1,000% certain, is a reason why Neshuvah is here today. If you treasure what you hear here, what you feel, what you see, please know that we need your support to make it happen. We are proud to announce brand new Neshuva CD, their very first CD. Heaven on Earth, Songs of the Soul. You can pre-order your copy online at neshuva.com. Those of you watching on the internet I think there's a link from the page that you're watching this webcast even. And we hope you'll pre-order it when it comes out in the next, it's coming out in a matter of weeks, I believe. Within the month, I believe, we'll have copies. Please pre-order it. You'll get to hear this beautiful music anytime you want. It'll also be downloaded digitally. I want to thank Elke and Larry Arashevsky, who are partial donors to tonight's webcast. I want to thank all of you who have donated to Neshuva. I encourage you, if you haven't donated, to please make a donation. And I encourage you who have made a donation to keep making donations. It is so important to the work that we do here. I cannot tell you how inspiring it is that the money we have raised has all been from the love and caring of your heart. Not $1 has been raised that's been demanded or required or an obligation. And so for that, I truly, truly want to thank you. I want to wish all of you an easy fast. Gamar Chatima Tova.
Thank you, Brett. We rise now for the Amidah, which is found at page 14. We read it silently through page 19, but when you get to the part that has Ashamnu and Al-Chet, the confessional, you take your hand to your heart and you say it like that. You pray it like that.
kol haolam. Salam, shalom, 2, 3, 4. Whatever shalom aleinu, whatever shalom aleinu, whatever shalom aleinu, ve'akulam. Whatever shalom aleinu, whatever shalom aleinu, whatever shalom aleinu, ve'akulam. Salam aleinu ve'akulam. Salam, shalom, salam aleinu ve'akulam. Salam, shalom. Whatever shalom aleinu, whatever shalom aleinu, whatever shalom aleinu, ve'akulam. Whatever shalom aleinu, whatever shalom aleinu, whatever shalom aleinu, ve'akulam. Salam aleinu ve'akulam. Salam, shalom. Salam aleinu ve'akulam. Salam, shalom.
Put your hands together. Come on, Shiva, take it high. Put your hands together.
Salam, shalom. Salam aleinu ve'akulam. Salam, shalom. One more time. Whatever shalom aleinu, whatever shalom aleinu, whatever shalom aleinu, ve'akulam.
Hanashamalach, you can be seated. Hanashamalach is a prayer at page 22 that talks about how the soul is God's creation. The body is God's creation, and we ask God to have compassion, to have mercy over God's own creation. Page 22. you ready for a sermon? Before that, I would like to take a moment to thank God for the members of the Nashuva band. On piano, Stuart Elster, Jake Gindi, Fino Roverado, Shane Harry, Jake Jacobs, Jamie Papis, Alulat Sadiq, Andrea K, Bernadette Lingo, our band leader, Jared Stein,
Rabbi Naomi Levy.
I have my sermon tonight. At Rosh Hashanah, I forgot half my sermon. I've got the whole thing. I counted all the pages. Shana Tova, everybody. Oh, I like the Rabbi Levy. Can we do that again? Shana Tova, everybody. The Academy Awards took place this year on March 4th, 2018, with a red carpet full of glamorous stars decked out in tuxedos and gowns and jewels. And that night, Frances McDormand was awarded the Best Actress Oscar for her brilliant performance in the movie 3 Billboards. Yes. The Oscar ceremony went smoothly all night long, but afterwards, at the Governor's Ball, an exclusive party for Hollywood insiders, Frances McDormand suddenly couldn't find her Oscar, the one that she just won. And at that very moment, in the very same Governor's Ball party, a man was holding up that very statue and kissing it, with people all around him congratulating him. He was videoing himself on Facebook Live, boasting to his fans about his win. I didn't watch the Oscars, and I didn't know anything about that Governor's Ball incident until Jared Stein texted me the next morning, and he said, "Naomi, I think you may need to watch this video." So I clicked on the link that Jared sent me from the LA Times, and there was the replay of the video of the alleged Oscar thief, dressed in a tux, holding up the statue and gloating. And I realized instantly, oi, Terry, that's our Terry from Nashuva. None of this made sense to me. The Terry I know from Nashuva is nothing like that man in the video. He's soft-spoken and spiritual and humble. So just to make sure my eyes weren't deceiving me, perhaps this was simply a case of mistaken identity, I decided to go look for Terry's Facebook page. So I found Terry on Facebook and began scrolling down his feed, and my jaw dropped. Terry's Facebook is all about Terry on red carpets, the the Golden Globes, the SAG Awards, BET, the Governor's Ball, the Vanity Fair Oscars party, and on and on and on. And at those star-studded events, there's Terry posting selfies with his dear close friends. Beneath the photos, he always writes, "With my lifelong friend, Terry and Aretha Franklin, Terry and Paris Hilton, Terry and Lindsay Lohan, Jennifer Lopez, Jimmy Kimmel." There's one where he writes, "Me and my girl, Mariah Carey, Terry and Scarlett Johansson, Terry and John Travolta, Tom Cruise, Rihanna. There's Terry hugging Halle Berry. And there's one with Terry and Beyonce locked arm in arm, and beneath it he writes, "With my lifelong friend, Beyonce." I was trying to wrap my head around this situation, but my heart was breaking because a man who worships at Nashuvah was behind bars. And I knew that his best friend Beyonce wasn't going to be bailing him out of jail. My husband Rob suggested that I call Dan Brookman. I've known Dan for 25 years, and he's not just a good criminal attorney. He's the best in my book. He once helped my synagogue win a case when our executive director forged checks and drained the shul of all our savings. But that's for another sermon. So I know Dan is brilliant. I called Dan and shared Terry's story with him, and in an instant he replied, "Naomi, of course I'll do it. Pro bono, of course." People who knew I wanted to help Terry warned me to stay clear of the situation. They told me Terry was a bad reflection on me and on Nashuvah, that I don't want to be associated with this salacious story. I thought long and hard about this. Believe me, I did. But I suspected that nobody would be coming to Terry's aid, and he'd probably be assigned a public defender. And unfortunately, we all know the fate of a poor black man in our justice system isn't what it ought to be. I wanted Terry to have the defense that I would want for any of my congregants. So Dan and I showed up in the courthouse downtown on the day of Terry's arraignment. We entered the lockup, and an officer told Terry a lawyer was there to see him. Terry was looking down at the ground as he shuffled and sat down, caged in behind the glass window. He was expecting the public defender. He was in a dark blue prison uniform. He looked disheveled and dejected, alone in the world. And then he lifted his eyes behind the glass and saw my face. "Rabbi!" I've met a lot of people's eyes in my years as a rabbi. But when our eyes met at that moment behind the glass, I don't think I've ever locked eyes with someone quite like that. Ever. This man, whose Facebook feed is a desperate cry for attention, a cry based on all sorts of false projections of himself as somebody famous. In my gaze, I think Terry understood. I see you, Terry. I'm not here for you because of who you pretend to be online. I'm here for you. I see you. Terry's eyes welled up with tears. In his eyes, I understood Terry's shame and his surprise and his gratitude. And before I tell you what happened next, let me take you back in time for a moment. 8 years ago, Terry was homeless, not living on the streets, living on UCLA's campus, living and sleeping in libraries and in study halls and in computer labs. And one Yom Kippur night, a night very much like tonight, Terry saw Kol Nidre Live.com. He heard the music and he felt something. He said to himself, I've got to get to this synagogue. They're really praising and lifting up God there. So the very next Shabbat, Terry showed up at Nashuva. He said it was even better than the broadcast. He told me that it was like jumping into a river of life. He'd never experienced anything like Nashuva before. The soulfulness of it. He said it was like an open family. When I saw Terry at Nashuva that first night, I saw a soul who seemed lonely and lost. At that period in his life, Terry was in a dark place for sure. He'd been feeling down, struggling with poverty, depression, struggling to find a home, struggling with heartbreak and loneliness, feeling blue, powerless, helpless. And here was this prayer service where Terry told me he learned about receiving an extra soul, full of light, love, waves of glory and power from God to face the new day. He said, I felt something so tangible and I didn't shake that off. And from that day on, even though he's not Jewish, Terry has been coming religiously to Nashuva. I asked Terry what it's like for him to be one of only a handful of black people at Nashuva. He said to me, I don't look at the Jewish people as white. The first thing I tap into at Nashuva is God, Hashem, going straight to God. And things started lighting up for Terry. Through an organization in Santa Monica called Step Up on Second, he got governmental assistance and transitional housing called Right Way. Terry told me that Nashuva was helping him get stable. He said it was helping him tap into Hashem for strength and hope. And now we can go back to Terry behind the glass in the courthouse lockup. When he looked at me, Rabbi, I said to him, I said, Terry, I'm not here today to judge you. I'm here to help you. Trust me, we're going to be discussing what happened that night at a later time. But today, I'm here to help you. And I've brought you the best lawyer I know. So now sit with him, listen to him, and do exactly as he says, okay? Yes, yes. The courtroom that day was a media feeding frenzy. News agencies were there from all around the world. Terry had been painted by the press as a hoodlum. Terry didn't realize it yet. He was still in a lockup feeling so dejected. But this man, who so longed for attention, who was crying out for attention on Facebook, hoping to get noticed, was about to get lots of attention. Unfortunately, the wrong kind of attention. Terry's bail was set at $20,000. There was no way he could pay it. Dan stood up at the arraignment in that packed courtroom and told the judge that Terry was no harm to anyone. And then he said, "Judge, Terry's been attending a spiritual congregation regularly, and his rabbi is in court today." I could hear a gasp in the room and everybody's eyes on me as the judge made eye contact with me. No one expected this Oscar thief to have a rabbi. The judge canceled the bail and released Terry on his own recognizance. When we left the court, the press was all over us. Microphones, cameras. Dan asked people to be patient and not to convict Terry in the media. I said that the Terry I know is a sweet and gentle man of faith, and that my goal as a rabbi is to help any of my people get through a difficult time. And I said, you keep broadcasting that single clip, but I want you to know that I have wonderful videos of Terry worshiping and praying and just wanting to better his life. And then I spoke about the times we're living in right now. I said, I believe Terry's story is a reflection of all of us. That day in court took place last March, and it's September tonight. And there's a very good chance that Terry could have been languishing in jail this whole time, waiting for his fate to be decided. But instead, he's here tonight praying together with us. The very first sentence of Kol Nidre, the first words we prayed tonight were, Anu matirin lehitpalel im ha'avaryanim. We give permission for those who have transgressed to come and pray with us tonight. So Nashuva, how is Terry a reflection of us? Maybe you're scratching your head right now. What does he have to do with me? How many of us haven't used our social media to say, look at me, look at me, look how happy I am, look at what a great marriage I have, look who I met, look at my amazing family, look at my brilliant kids' accomplishment, look where I am right now, look at me. And which one of us hasn't pretended to be happier than we are? A woman shared with me recently that she's been online posting about her amazing husband who she knows is cheating on her in real life. Our pictures are posed and curated to craft an image of us. How many bad selfies did you have to take before you were ready to post the one good one that you filtered to death? I'm not telling you this as some Puritan moralizer, and I'm not telling you that technology is evil in our world. I hope you know that I take it as a given that technology has the power to bring us together. It's entertaining and fun, it's our teacher, and it can be and is a huge life-saving force in our world if we use it for holy purposes, including the ability to take part in this service tonight. I'm telling it to you today because I'm part of the problem. I've done it, and I'm doing it. Do you think that I spent 4 years writing a book so nobody would read it? My publisher isn't going to spend thousands of dollars promoting my book. They told me, Naomi, it would be a good idea if you had a following. And that's when I joined Instagram. And all I can say is, it's a good thing I was mostly done with my book before I started posting, because Instagram has sucked away so much of my wisdom. What are we giving up to gain followers? Willingly giving up. 25 years ago, my first meditation teacher taught me, Naomi, meditate for a year before you tell anyone you're meditating. Meditate for a year and keep it to yourself. I got it. First, make sure you can keep your pledge to yourself before you go and boast about it. First, let it take root inside you before you share it. First, let its blessings shine and illuminate you before you give it away. Talking about it is giving it away before you even own it. And we do it every day now. We're all showing off. We're all selling something that isn't real. All looking outside for inner confirmation. The interesting thing is, we may post at a Rihanna concert and show off in a selfie with Rihanna on stage behind us. Look at me, front row seats. But Terry actually does deserve some sort of an award. I believe he's actually quite a gifted actor, because he is truly on that red carpet engaging with Rihanna. That's not the lie. The lie is that a poor man in transitional housing pretends to lead a life that he doesn't have. And when I sat down to discuss this with Terry, at first, he was resistant. He said, Rabbi, Hollywood is pretend. Everything is staged. The clothes, the jewelry, the hair, the makeup. But I pushed back on this. I said, what is it, Terry? What are you looking for? Why are you doing this? And his expression changed. He got very calm and quiet. And he said, Rabbi, I just want people to notice me and like me. I want adoration. I want attention and acceptance. I said to him, Terry, what is notice, like, adoration, attention, and acceptance? What is it, Terry? He didn't know what I was driving at. I said, Terry, it's love. We all want it. Because somehow we don't feel it on the inside. Something's missing on the inside. Terry looked at me with tears in his eyes and he said, what I really want is love. I said, Terry, you're not really lifelong friends with Beyonce, are you? He said, no. He said, you can show off and pretend, but at some point, you're going to need the real thing. Rabbi, he said, I want to be appreciated. I told him, I said, Terry, the more we spin our lives to present a false image, the further we get from our souls and from God. And with our deceptions, we die spiritually. And I said, and the child of deception is self-deception. We start believing our own lies. We keep trying to feed it from the outside, but the key is to feel it on the inside. Do you get what I'm saying? Listen, Nashuva. There are any number of TED Talks you can watch that can tell you what technology is doing to our marriages, to our families, to our kids, to our friendships, to our nation, to our society at large, to our emotions, to our brains, to our attention, to our mental health. But I'm here tonight to talk to you about what technology is doing to our souls. I can talk to you about a mother who told me how ashamed she is because she can hear her daughter saying to her, "Mom, put down the phone," and she doesn't. Or the boy who told his dad after the basketball game, "Dad, I know you were on Twitter during my whole game." Or the couples who come to me because they don't have sex anymore, when the last thing they touch at night is their phones, and the first thing they reach for in the morning is their phones. What are you supposed to do when your phone is more satisfying to you than your spouse lying beside you in bed? Or the conversation I recently had with a young woman in her early 20s who confessed to me in tears. She said, "Honestly, I'm on my phone a minimum of 5 hours a day. I know I'm less productive and less human. I keep scrolling and loving nonstop. It makes my eyes hurt. My brain hurts. But part of me needs it, craves it, and wants it, even though I know it's hurting me. It hurts me, but I can't refrain from it. I want my life back so much," she told me with tears in her eyes. "The more I'm on it, the more life it drains from me. I use it to get high off of other people's so-called successes, beauty, achievements. I know most of it isn't even true. It's scary how much of my life I've given away, posting, liking, watching, comparing, self-hating, giving myself away to something that's not even real." She got choked up and she said to me, "Social media has hurt me more than anyone in my real life has ever hurt me. It's taken my emotions to a very dark place. I've given my heart, my soul, my passion to this abyss of technology. The posts and scrolling have sucked me dry, doing absolutely nothing. I wake up miserable. I can't even remember what I did the night before. It's the worst possible hangover. I might go on it for a reason. By the end of the night, I can't remember when or why I started. Scrolling for hours leaves a scar," she said. "It sucks you in, sucks you dry, and leaves you wanting more. Binge watching Netflix, Hulu. I've got no self-control. I so want my life back, so much." Now, Shuva, we are slowly losing the muscle called willpower. We feel the impulse to check our phones, and we can't help ourselves. We check them around 80 times a day, some people as often as 300 times a day. And we have trouble remembering or understanding that giving in to a momentary pleasure can block us from achieving true and lasting fulfillment. Do you remember when you'd watch a TV show and you'd have to wait a whole week to find out what happened next? Netflix is counting on you not being able to wait even a second. It's counting on you pulling an all-nighter. Willpower is understanding that true fulfillment in achieving anything of real value requires persistence, dedication, and staying with something even when it's not yielding anything in return. Staying with it through the pain and the drought and the boredom and the frustration. That's the key to deep fulfillment, and we're losing that muscle. Over this summer, I tried an experiment with myself. First, I turned off all notifications. Not a big problem. And then I deleted Facebook and Instagram from my phone. I didn't delete my account. I just deleted it from my phone. And I noticed something. At first, I kept feeling an itch, like I had to check my phone. And then with time, I noticed something altogether different. I noticed I had more time. And sometimes that time felt bad because I was feeling boredom or frustration standing on a long line in the grocery store. But you know what? I was enjoying the boredom and the frustration, enjoying feeling my feelings again, even the negative ones. But the most profound thing I noticed is I was daydreaming again. I realized I haven't daydreamed in some time. Because of my phone, I'd lost the power to dream. Dreaming is your soul taking you to unexpected places. And most of us don't get to go there anymore. Instead, we let the internet take us to unexpected places we never intended to go. So far from home. So what is our technology doing to our souls? Social media companies call what they are causing in us engagement. Engagement. But the word engagement is just a euphemism, Nashuva. It's a euphemism that stands for the slow and steady sucking away of your soul's sacred call. Period. If your phone can take you away from your child or from your loved ones, you don't think it can take you away from your dream? Or even worse, take you away from doing what you were put here to do? Your ego may crave attention. Look at me, look at me. Your body may be an exhibitionist, as you can plainly see on Instagram and Snapchat. But your soul is an introvert from on high. It doesn't lie. It doesn't need to pretend to be greater than what it is. Holy, the very presence of God dwelling inside you, full of nobility, wisdom, humility, vision, healing, strength, and yes, selflessness. Give me a second. Selflessness in the age of selfies. It was put here for a reason, for a high purpose, and it needs you to cooperate and listen. But it can't get your attention because the soul doesn't shout. Your soul is strong. How strong? It can survive death. It was and is and it will be long after your ego has vanished. But it's distinctly aware of time. Because your soul came here to accomplish something in its stay here. And it knows how limited its time is here. And your soul is pleading with you, listen. But we've all drowned out that plea. And every day we're drifting farther and farther away from our own essence, farther and farther away from God. We've become separated from our own souls. But Yom Kippur is here tonight to help you get back on track. We're supposed to envision ourselves standing here naked before God, without pretense, without spin, without any filters, just you, stripped down to the place of truth. Hour after hour, you're here to reclaim your authentic self. And we fast today. Nashuva, we don't eat or drink not to torture ourselves, but to train ourselves in the art of restraint. Willpower. The body is hungry. Feel it. Deal with it. And know you are bigger than your stomach. This fast is your soul showing your ego and your body who's boss. Deny your urges and go higher and higher and higher, hour by hour. Peel away layers of pretense and go deeper, not craving attention, not needing your likes. Isn't your truth worth it? Isn't your life worth fighting for? We've been pretending because we think who we really are isn't enough. But what your soul is trying to tell you is who you really are is so much greater than you're pretending to be. You are a child of God. You are precious and holy and loved and wise and kind and capable of achieving great things you haven't even dreamed of yet. We keep saying, seal us in the book of life. Trust me, the book of life is not Facebook. Aren't you scared of leaving this world without even having touched what we were made for? Yom Kippur is our work. God can't do it for us. Our work today is getting real. And getting real is getting harder and harder in our time. Yes, we all need to say the Tek al Chet this year for the sin we've committed against our spouses by not being present, and the sin we've committed against our kids by putting our phones before them, and the sin we've committed against total strangers by not noticing they need us, and the sin we've committed against our own future with the countless hours we've wasted doing nothing but scrolling and boasting and pretending, for the sin of going astray and leading others astray with our lies. Beating our breasts tonight, Nashuva, is not about beating ourselves up. It's your soul knocking on your heart, trying to get your attention. Are you ready to meet your soul? To make eye contact with it? To break the glass window and free your soul from the lockup you've put it in? I just want you to feel this powerful experience sometime during this Yom Kippur. I pray that you will lock eyes with your soul and you will begin to recognize your soul in other people's eyes everywhere you turn. The rabbis say that what you do today on Yom Kippur has the power to impact your whole year. Itzumo shel yom mechaper. The power of this day can cleanse you and free you. This day has a magic all its own, a gravitational force way more powerful than any app. Make room for its magic. Deny your body's impulses. Do you want to change something in your life? There is no time more powerful for change than these 25 hours. Let the power of this day work on you. And don't give it away too soon. Don't talk about it. Let it stay with you and let it take root. I pray that it will take root in Terry too. His day in court is this October. Frances McDormand said that she doesn't want him to be prosecuted, but the academy is proceeding with the case anyway. I asked Terry, I said, Terry, what's your prayer for the new year? He said, Rabbi, I ask for God's favor. I pray to God to turn this thing around. And I pray God will help me so that out of this situation, God will use this story so that other hearts and lives will be changed. And however Hashem decides to use this, that other people will learn something from it. I want to live. I want to go forward. And I want to have a blessed, successful, healthy life. And I want to serve God and give back to others. And I want to go higher in God, higher in love, higher in living right and in doing right. Then Terry turned to me sheepishly and he asked me, Rabbi, can I have your blessing? This is the blessing I gave Terry, and I'd like to give it to all of you this Yom Kippur. Are you ready to receive it? Are you ready? My blessing for you is that you will know how precious you are and how loved you are. And that this will be for you a year when you come into yourself instead of out of yourself and feel whole and health and protection from harm from the outside and harm from the inside, whether it's dark thoughts or desires that are beneath you. And that God will help you find the path that's yours, that belongs to you, that will lead you to happiness, and from there to abundance, and to friendship, and to love, so that you can feel my cup is full. Not my Instagram cup, but my cup is full. And not only that, it's overflowing. And that you will be connected to the true source, the soul of souls, who will fill you from the inside, the real thing. God's blessings are mighty powers, and I place them on you tonight. Can I hear an amen? Amen. Nashuva, lift up your head and claim your birthright, the life you were put here to experience. Your soul misses you. Your loved ones miss you. God misses you. Welcome home. Amen. Shana Tova. Are you ready to take it higher? Are you ready to change? Are you ready to be free? Are you? Please rise.
Neshama Shenatata bi Elohai Neshama Shenatata bi שנתת בי.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the streets with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? A summer disregard, a broken bottle top, and one man's soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change.
נשמה שנתת בי אלוהי, נשמה שנתת בי, שנתת בי.
I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize there's some with no home, not a nickel to loan. Could it be really me, pretending that they're not alone? A little deeply scarred, somebody's broken heart, and a washed out dream. They follow the pattern of the wind, you see, 'cause they got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change.
You shaped me, you breathed me into life. You created me, you shaped me, you breathed me into life.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
You breathed me
I'm asking him
into
to change his ways, and
Take
no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Na 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 na, yeah. Change his ways.
created me, you shaped
Change, make a
me,
change.
you breathed me into life. Sing it with us now. You created me, you shaped me,
Make a change.
you breathed me into life. You created me, you shaped me, you breathed me into life.
The prayer on page 25 is about God's attributes. Moses turns to God and says, God, show me your ways. Show me the way to heaven. Show me how to get there. Fino, baby, will you take us there? Bottom of page 25, Esa Einai El Haharim. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where will my help come from? Page 26, we're asking God to hear us, to listen to us, not to abandon us. The top of page 26, Shma Kolenu. Shma Kolenu, Adonai Elohim. the center of page 26. Do not abandon us, God. Don't give up on us. Al tashlichenu is one of the main themes, main anthems of Yom Kippur. So pray it with feeling, with your voice, with your heart, with your body, with your soul. Ki anu amecha. Page 29. Ay, 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 ay. Asamnu, bagadnu, gazalnu, banu dofi. Ay, 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 ay. Hevinu v'hirshanu zadnu chamasnu tafalnu shaker. Ay, 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 ay. Yatznu ra kizavnu latznu
Maradnu, miatznu, tzararnu, avinu, pashanu, tzararnu, kishinu oref.
Ay, 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 ay,
Tainu, titanu, ay, 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 ay,
read with me in the English. We have betrayed, we have deceived, we've been cruel, self-centered, unforgiving, petty. We have taken others for granted, spread lies, gossiped. We've been jealous, greedy, uncharitable, stubborn, judgmental, hypocritical. We've hated, stolen. We've hurt others, neglected others. We've stood by when we should have stood up. The Alchet is found at page 30. Alchet shakatan lefanecha b'imutz halev, ve'alchet shakatan lefanecha b'bitui sefatayim. Read silently with your hand. Ve'yal kulam Eloha selichot, slach lanu mechalanu kapelanu. Ve'yal kulam Eloha selichot, slach lanu mechalanu, slach lanu mechalanu kapelanu. Alechet shatan lefanecha b'chapat shochad, ve'alchet shatan lefanecha b'lishon hara. Read silently with your hand. Ve'yal kulam Eloha selichot, slach lanu mechalanu kapelanu.
Ve'yal kulam Eloha selichot, slach lanu mechalanu, slach lanu mechalanu kapelanu.
V'avinu malkeinu. Avinu malkeinu, chatanu lefanecha. Avinu malkeinu, enanu melech ela ata. Avinu malkeinu, asayim shemecha. We read silently. Avinu Malkeinu, Hachzireinu b'tshuva shlema lefanecha. Avinu Malkeinu, Shlach rufua shlema l'chol yamecha. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Kotveinu b'sefer chayim tovim. Avinu Malkeinu, Kotveinu b'sefer gula v'shua. Avinu Malkeinu, Kotveinu b'sefer parnasa v'chakala. Avinu Malkeinu, Kotveinu b'sefer zechuyot. Avinu Malkeinu, Kotveinu b'sefer slicha u'mechila. Avinu Malkeinu. Avinu Malkeinu, aseh lemancha, ilo lemanenu. Avinu Malkeinu, aseh lemancha v'oshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, aseh leman rachamecha harabim. Avinu Malkeinu, aseh leman shimcha hagdol b'vnura, shenikra Avinu Malkeinu, Choneinu v'aneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Choneinu v'aneinu, ki ein banu masim. Aseh imanu, tzedakta v'chesed. Aseh imanu, tzedakta v'chesed, v'hoshiyenu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu v'aneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu v'aneinu, ki ein banu masim. Are you ready to take it higher, Neshuva? Dina, do you have any list for me? Yeah. Neshuva, we are collecting food for homeless veterans who are living in their cars at the VA. So please come back tomorrow. There's a list in this pamphlet of what we need you to bring, and please bring it. I want to thank our team leader tonight, Suzanne Barron. Since we're all standing, I'd like all the volunteers for tonight to raise your hands. Services tomorrow morning are what time? 9:30. Be there or be square. And we're having Ne'ilah tomorrow. What's the highest service of Yom Kippur? It's where you lock eyes with your soul. Ne'ilah is what time tomorrow? 6 p.m. And we are hosting a free breakfast in Brentwood. The service for Ne'ilah only tomorrow is in Brentwood, and the breakfast after it. Can I see a show of hands who's attending the breakfast at Neshuva? Okay, thank you. I just needed a basic idea. Not that I have any idea what that number was, but I was told to ask, so I asked. Anything else I need to say? How fast are we going?
You pick the tempo. Yeah. Faster.
Aleinu, page 33. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שנתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו, ואנחנו קוראים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא שנותן שמיים ויסד הארץ. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו The Mourner's Kaddish is found at page 34. We extend our condolences to Amy Summers on the loss of her father, Arnie Taskin, and to Wendy Barsh on the loss of her mother, Shirley Barsh. The Mourner's Kaddish, page 34. Yitgadal v'yikadash Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Bi'omad divrach chiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh. V'chayeichon uvyomeichon uv'chayeducho Beit Yisrael. V'agalau v'zman kariv v'imru amen.
Amen.
Yeheh Shmei Rabbam v'orach l'olam le'omei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpo'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal Shemei Dukutsha Brichu. Le'ela u'le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechmata. Da'amiron be'oma v'imru amen.
Amen.
Yeheh shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom v'imromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen.
Please rise. I want to take a moment to thank our fearless leader, Jen Krieger. She's such a great leader that she's leading at this moment. And I want to thank Brett Barinholtz. Lauren, would you tell Jen that I gave her a shout out? And I want to thank our intern, Joe Nemetz. And Jason Artiego on sound. And Lauren. Bring in the aisles, Nashuva. Bring them in. Get cozy.
It's in you.
We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9:30. We'll see you at Ne'ilah at 6 p.m. Please remember to bring food for the homeless veterans. It's in your pamphlet. Please take the pamphlet home. Good night to everybody online. We wish you every blessing. Shana Tova Tzomka.